today. What's going on, YouTube? Come on in, come on in. See what you niggas is talking about. What's up, Evan? Shit, Randumb Q&A. See what y'all talking about today. What's up, Trade A? Sitting in the man cave in the garage. What's up, Emmanuel? Let's see how long this lasts, because the coverage in my man cave be terrible lately. That's why I be out in the front. In the dark. What's up, ACD? What's up, Nino? Y'all check out that interview yesterday I had with Fred from Barbershop Conversations. Good interview talking about the business of sports. He says 3 outside in Boston, 3 degrees. What's up, Beast Wilmore? 3-degree weather? What kind of shit is that? Man, you 3 degrees. Man, I get mad when it's 30. I get mad when it's 43. God, I get mad when it's 53. I say, you want more boxing talk? Yeah, I'll do it. Snowing in Atlanta? Damn. Fuck that shit. LA is it the snow? Snow don't come down to where I'm at. I get to drive up to the mountain to see that shit and come right back home to the good weather. Back in the 70s today in LA. What's up, Mark? Yeah. What's up, Quanez? Yeah, I woke up to that damn tsunami. I live about 6 miles from the beach. I'll be at the beach in about 10 minutes from where I live. I woke up to a damn tsunami warning. I ain't seen no damn tsunami here in LA. It was up in Santa Cruz, though. LA ain't have no tsunami. You say you cooking? God damn, it's some late time to be cooking. Shit. I ain't gonna lie, though. In the summertime, I will get on my grill at night. That should be fun. Even if I don't even eat it like that, sometimes it's just fun cooking at night. Oh, yeah, I didn't think Atlanta snowed a lot. What's Atlanta snow? I didn't think Atlanta snowed that much. But it do. Fuck that. I'm not trying to kick it or be in no snow. Like I ain't not trying to drive in no goddamn snow. Yes, East Wilmore, we do invest way too much fucking time in sports. What's up, Ramon? Yes, we invest too much time in sports. We don't see sports as an outlet to go have a little bit of fun for 2 or 3 hours and get back to life. That's what sports is. You can use sports as an analogy to life. But niggas take sports as life. I say it's 2 things black men don't handle well: sports and white women. These niggas don't know how to just smash a white chick and keep on pushing. They think they just solved racism because a white girl giving them some attention. And niggas think sports is our way out of white supremacy and poverty. They be like, man, sports be giving out generational wealth. All right, nigga. If sports gives out generational wealth, black folks been dominating the major sports for the last 40 years. We're the generational wealthy people. What the fuck is World B. Freeze kids doing right now? Nigga, Anthony Pigler's kids gotta work. Them niggas ain't wealthy. What heads of corporations do? Tracy McGrady's kids run, and fucking Gary Payton. If sports provides generational wealth, where's the proof? We have the last 40 years, especially last 50 years. Niggas been dominating pro sports the last 50 years. Where's the evidence that it provides generational wealth? Show us. It don't. That's just some shit niggas say. You right? What's Iris's kids doing? And no, it's not the cast to say shit about them. The way these sports pay every 2 weeks, it don't allow enough money to get. Oh shit! It's starting to freeze up, so I'm gonna go out to the front in the dark. I'm in my garage. See the Funkadelic flag? One nation under a motherfucking groove. Billie Holiday. What's up, Star? The Craig Facts. Look at how good them. Got my punching bag over here. I gotta get that shit out. Dizzy. See. My baby right here. I love my hybrid. I don't have a favorite Earth, Wind & Fire album. I don't have a favorite. I like them all. I like them all, especially from 73 to 1980. Look at that garage close. These nephews got you funked up. Who else? What else y'all talking about in here? What else y'all talking about? Man, it feel good out here. It's like 60 degrees in LA. Shit, the last couple weeks, it'd be like 40 degrees right now, and that was fucking me up. You said what? Examples of black generational wealth in the USA? That's a good question. It ain't many. If there are, it's in business. I ain't gonna do that. It ain't many examples of black generational wealth. It ain't. Because generally every time we create something, it gets taken out. Now there are generational wealthy people in Ladera Heights. There are some. There are definitely some over in the DMV Potomac area in Boston. They just don't talk about the niggas, some of them. Hell yeah, get some of that Hotepish gear. They do the best they can do. They do the best thing they can do to separate us from our wealth. Now, black people create, and we create generational wealth all the fucking time. Black people create generational wealth like it's going like the shit grow on trees. Unfortunately, we ain't the ones that reap the benefits. Other people do. Now, with our inventions, with our athletic prowess, with our business mind, with our creative and scientific minds, we create generational wealth all the fucking time, every day. Niggas create generational wealth twice on Sunday. We, unfortunately, just ain't the ones that get to benefit from it. And that's the part that we got to figure out. That's the part that we got to figure out. The best way is to land. Yeah, hell yeah. EV cars are the future. That's what the law said. The law states EV cars are going to be the future. What's up, DC Static? Yeah, I played a little bit of the San Andreas so far, but I've been so busy with other things. I ain't really got time for video games right now. But I have played the San Andreas so far. I got through about 3 missions. And I ain't played it since. But even Asians are allowed to have generational wealth. But white folks are gonna cut that shit off. That's not gonna be permanent. White folks will cut them off too at some point. They're just gonna allow them to have more than them, more than us, not more than them. What's up, Blaze? That nigga Blaze in the chat room. That nigga ordered new glasses with his glasses. See, he's watching people. I just finished watching Inception again. Man, that movie Inception is deep. People don't understand how deep that movie Inception is. All it takes is one thought to change the course of your life. One thought that you hold true, that's all it takes to change the course of your life. I might do a breakdown of that movie Inception. The movie's just so deep, it's kind of hard to cover in one breakdown. Hey y'all, I have my membership coming up pretty soon. You gotta revisit Nino Black, you gotta revisit Inception. That's the thing, Nigel Sims. Do you think he was still in a dream at the end? That's what that spinning top suggests. The spinning top suggests that yes, he was still in a dream. He just altered. Remember in the movie he was kept recreating. He wasn't dreaming. He was going into a memory state. I think that last scene with the spinning top still spinning, he went from memory state to creating new dreams. But yes, he was in a dream. That's what I believe the end of Inception. Inception is some real shit. Like sometimes you live your whole life as a person that's worked in mental health for so long, and I've done so much to work on my own mental health. A lot of the things that you live your life on were ideas implanted early in your mind, you know, at a young age or at a moment in your life. Like that's why they tragedy. When people have tragedy, when people have traumatic events, it's tough for people to mature past the moment that traumatic event happened. It was something put in their mind that left them there, and they lived that dream over and over and over again. Now, I ain't seen Tenet. I gotta watch it. I ain't seen Professor Black Truths. I did a thing on Martin Luther King last year. Last year I did a breakdown of the real Dr. King. Go and check that out. I just reposted it. But yeah, I'm gonna go back and listen to Professor Black Truth, the one he posted today. It's a both and, Black. Mental health is 100,000% real. And on the other hand, some people do use mental health as a way to avoid responsibility. But we live in a society that causes mental anguish. So there's always responsibility on the society. We have a society that caters to wealthy people who don't need a dime more, but continues to give them billions more at the expense of the day-to-day, everyday person that worked their ass off. I had a former community. Y'all may know her. Y'all may know her. She was on Wildin' Out. Arona. I think she went by Arona Lopez. I don't know. Arona Lopez. Remember, she used to be on Wildin' Out. She was on All Def Digital. She was on all that shit. Just as Arona she was on 50 Central. Just as she was getting ready to blow up, just as she was blowing up, her mental functioning just, boom, went away. Arona just, I saw it happen right in front of my face. Like I saw it, not right in front of, like Arona, right before she had the nervous breakdown, she was a tenant of mine in my other building. Arona moved in one of my buildings. And she the one that got me into driving Uber back in the day, like 2015. Arona was just a beautiful person, man. A good, decent human being. And she lived in one of my buildings for like 11 months. And she made sure she paid the rent on time. She hustled. I see her hustle her ass. I see Arona leave the house at 5 in the morning to go drive Uber, and see her coming in at midnight after waiting tables and driving Uber, and then do the same thing the next morning with auditions and comedy shows in between. Then she got that chance in New York with 50 Central, and then like I didn't see her when she went to New York. And then I remember when I would see her online, and I just saw her kind of just unraveling online. And then she came back to LA, and I saw her, and that shit was hard to see. Arona's mental really went down, and this man is so hard to see because I know how much of a beautiful soul that woman is, and that woman was. So to see Arona break down like that shit just heartbreaking, man. It's extremely heartbreaking. So protect your mental, man. That's why, look, they always say grind hard. Black people, this is something we gotta stop. We gotta stop taking this honor in how hard we work and how hard we grind. The point ain't to be grinding your whole goddamn life. The point is to keep getting smarter with how you make your money, so you make more money with less effort. That's the goal right there. Make more money with less effort. You grind in your fucking 20s and early 30s. As you get into your later 30s and into your 40s, you're supposed to be working less. Grinding is so overrated. Hustling. But that's the mentality of a slave. That's the mentality of a slave. They train slaves to take pride in hustle. Rich people don't hustle, people. Rich people, wealthy people, the richer, the wealthier you are, the less you work. Wealthy people pay other people to do all the work. Wealthy people don't work. I noticed that shit when I used to work in mortgage. When I used to do hard money loans, I used to do a ton of houses in Beverly Hills and uh, Bel Air and Malibu, especially Malibu. I did a lot of houses in Malibu. And you see these people with these $10 million homes bringing in, making they make $500,000 a month, spending $600,000 a month. You be thinking that they rich. Yeah, they making it, but they spending it too. Doing a whole bunch of bullshit, not grinding. Cause they ain't grinding, they just spending their fucking money. They get the people under them working harder and harder and harder so they can keep fucking the money off. What's up, Josh Hawkins? Salute to you, brother. Wealthy people, then when you start to get to people who have wealth, not just the rich, because the rich people still kind of work. The wealthy ones, the ones like, let me give you an example. The rich people were the houses we were going in to give hard money loans to in Beverly Hills. For those who don't know, a hard money loan is for people whose credit isn't the best. The banks won't really touch their property. So you lend based on the loan to value. You know, and we like to usually being around 60% loan to value, sometimes 70%, but usually around 60. We go with a 60% loan to value, meaning if the house is worth $1 million, the most we're going to lend in money is $600,000. So, but in those cases, these would be $10 million houses. Person owes $2 million and they want 1.5 second, but their credit fucked up and they need the money like in 2 weeks, so they came to us. Those were the rich people. The wealthy people were the investors that we used to lend the money. The wealthy people were the ones who I would sometimes walk into the office and I would hear them talking. It would be like on Trading Places. My two managers like Duke and Duke. They'd be sitting there and we'll be like, okay, we have this deal in Malibu. It's on Las Virgenes Road, and I got 1.2. Then the next person would be like, okay, I'll put 3 in. We may need like a $3 million loan. It may be a $3 million second behind a $6 million first on a house worth $19 million. And I would just sit there and then be like, okay, I got 2 on it. And they would piece up. And for the $3 million, one person wouldn't write a $3 million. It'd be like 10 dudes piecing up. And they would do this all day, decide how much they're going to piece up on these loans. That's really the work that they did. And then they would argue over, okay, do we want this to be a 16% or do we want this to be a 15% with 2 points up front and shit like that? And I was like, okay, the rich people still out here hustling, trying to work, but they just have it. Just instead of like me, people like me and you, we battling around over a $200,000 or $300,000 house. The rich people were battling around over a $4, $5, $6 million house, but they were kind of living the same type of lifestyle, spending more money than they made. But the wealthy people would literally sit there, and then sometimes they argue. Then I would see them come in, they would be talking about a commercial loan, and then they'd be like, okay, I just got that. I just got the Wilshire building. I have $100 million in that, and then we have the other land. No, Josh, I'm not going to put up another $70 million on that. No, I don't want $70 million of my money in real estate. I mean, some of it has to go into this. Some of it has to go into the stock market. Some of it has to go. I don't want $70 million of my dollars in real estate. And that will be the extent of their workday. Meanwhile, you got niggas bragging that they got 6 jobs. 6 jobs and still in debt. That's when I figured out, okay, something wrong here. That's when I figured out, okay, something is wrong here. The ideal ain't, if y'all keep working a fucking job 2 jobs, 3 jobs, I ain't never gonna get nowhere. Because the people I see where I want to be, ain't none of them tied down to no hourly shit. Man, please. Please. Man, fuck all that. I work hard, nigga. I work smart, goddammit. I've used this coronavirus to get smarter and smarter about how I work. Tapping into my skills more. What's up, Kenneth Berry? I use this coronavirus to tap into my skills. Back on my drums, selling them drum packs. Passive income. Or live drum samples will be up in February. I thought it'd be up this month, but that's how to be up in February. Man. Fuck that shit. Work smart. Tap into your gifts. That's why I wrote that book, No Time to Waste, man. I wrote that book off some shit that I did, man. Stop chasing jobs. Nigga, chase the shit. Chase the shit that you love in life. What's up, Pete Rothstein? Chase the things that you love in life. The things that you do for free. The things that wake you up in the morning. The shit that make you laugh. That's what you're supposed to be chasing. That's what you turn into your income. Your income is the shit that you do for free. Just because you enjoy doing it. That's where your income is. That's where you'll make more money than you ever thought about making. Because you have so much fun doing that shit. It's nothing. It's not. It don't even feel like work. You just having fun. Make your fun your work. That's why I wrote that book, No Time to Waste, and I had that webinar. That shit's freeing minds. Download that shit. I priced it at a very low price point. I've been doing this shit for years. I made it at a very super, $30 ain't shit for something that can help you unlock your gifts that are already there versus taking some punk ass job you don't even like. At least if you're gonna be at a job like that shit, yeah, grab the book. That's what it's about, man. And I have my membership, my master class coming. Y'all get ready for my master class. Master class is what I do here on YouTube, but on a way deeper level because I actually have paperworks, slides, assignments, and things to reinforce what I talk about. The master class ain't just me talking. It's a lot of paperwork that I've written up over the years. Thousands of pages of paperwork to help you guys with your communication or whatever subject we talk about. So the master class is coming real soon. It's gonna be $30 a month. That shit really gonna help you motherfuckers. What's up by the time? What's up, Rob Trimble? What's up, Jay Smooth? Yeah. Yeah, nigga. Fuck us, huh? Yeah, I'm telling you right now, what y'all talking about? See, I'm just glad it ain't cold right now. I've been having to have my hoodie on and all kind of shit lately. Have I spoken on a tsunami? Oh, that tsunami, yeah, I spoke a little bit. It ain't really affected me here in LA. Tsunami has not come to LA. You know, underwater volcanoes, that's some crazy shit. Cool thing about like the animals, like the whales and all the fucking sharks and shit. All the motherfuckers got senses. They probably were like far away from the thing when it happened. Animals be having senses like that. They be knowing when to move and shit. What do you advise FBI do to implement punishment on these non-FBI tellers like old girl in Virginia? Well, I think we just need to stay on the path we're on right now, identifying them. They work best in the dark. These tethers work, they're most effective in the dark. I think the best thing we can do is to shine a light on this. Let's keep making black a smaller and smaller circle. Keep making black a smaller and smaller circle. These people who aren't from, you saw the headline. It was a headline on one of the things that talked about that, and it talked about her immigrant status. That headline wouldn't have been there 3 or 4 years ago. Salute to cats like Tariq, to the cats like Jason Black, to Dr. Claude Anderson, because Dr. Claude Anderson has been on it longer than anyone else. Dr. Claude Anderson has been talking on this shit for 50 years. Really salute to Dr. Claude Anderson, because he's the one that really set the wheels in motion over distinguishing black Americans from immigrant blacks. But because we've been so loud with it lately, the media is now starting to call it out. And once white supremacy understands that those tethers are no longer effective, they'll get rid of them. And when I say get rid of them, change the immigration laws, do all kind of shit. But they'll have done that to themselves. It's not our doing. You don't go to other countries and undermine their internal politics. Black people aren't, you don't see black people down there in South Africa playing on differences between the Watusi and them motherfuckers, do you? You don't see black people in fucking Montego Bay coming in furthering the fight between the coolies and the non-coolies, where the fuck they call themselves. We don't do that shit. See, they can only get too comfortable if we let them. Can't nobody get comfortable in your house unless you bring them water and let them sit on your couch. These people in your house, tell them motherfuckers to get up off the couch and clean up around here. They ain't gonna be too much comfortable after that. That's why we gotta enforce the rules. Yeah, but they can only be weaponized. They can only be weaponized against us if we let them. Black people don't lose fights. We don't fight fights. That'd be our problem. Our problem ain't fighting and losing. Our problem is not fighting. Let's just get that shit very clear. When black Americans fight, we win. Tariq had a good breakdown on his last show talking about the 60s and the 70s. But I'm going to add to that the 50s. People don't know how much shooting was going on and how many motherfuckers was getting their chin checked in the 50s. Medgar Evers wasn't about peace. Medgar Evers' organization, them niggas carry guns. They shot back. The whole nonviolent shit didn't start until after they killed Medgar Evers. When Medgar Evers was doing the thing in the 50s, them niggas carried heat. They wasn't fucking around. I'm gonna do a broadcast on that pretty soon. Our issue is we don't fight. When we fight, we win. What do I have for suggestions for a new weed smoker? Have fun. Experiment. Try it out. Try indicas. Try sativas. I don't buy that shit in the shops like that because I think they poison that shit in the shops. I got motherfuckers that grow to make sure I'm getting pure weed. Oh yeah, I'll do that. I'm gonna do a broadcast on the 50s militancy pretty soon, in the next week or so. I'm reading a couple books right now on that. That motherfucker, like in the 50s, man, it was T.R.M. Howard. We want to talk about Emmett Till. Okay, if we're gonna talk about Emmett Till, we gotta talk about T.R.M. Howard, black businessman. He was a doctor who owned a whole bunch of businesses, who spent the money and sent for Jet Magazine to come down to Mississippi and tell a story on the Emmett Till. If it weren't for T.R.M. Howard and his money and his guns, that shit would have never happened. We never would have known about Emmett Till. Emmett Till would have been like one of the other thousands of black kids that happened to over the last 200 years. And that's not to minimize Emmett Till. It's not to minimize him at all. But T.R.M. Howard is the one that put the money up to finance the whole the story getting out there to the world. They don't tell you that shit. Know what I mean? Yeah, Pfizer just invested billions in weed. Yeah, I'm not trusting what they really putting out. What they putting out in these weed shops. I'm really not. Like, I know cats that grow, and I buy from them. I won't say. Yeah, we're in a collective. We're in a collective, I should say. We donate to one another. I like that kind of weed. I don't want none of that shit that they cooking up right now in a pre-sealed jar. I'm not smoking weed out of a fucking pre-sealed jar. Nope. My shit still comes in Ziplocs. And if you're a new weed smoker, I don't do no fucking blunts, to tell you that. Do papers or hemp wraps. These are hemp wraps I got right here. Papers or hemp wraps. Hemp wraps or papers. I don't do blunts. I don't do no fucking backwoods. DJ Should smoke them fucking backwoods. I hate the smell of that shit. They fuck your lungs up. What do you think about them trying to make older black men the face of the opioid epidemic? You can expect that. They gonna try it. Look, let's make it plain here. Let's make it plain. Media has one purpose: to indoctrinate through propaganda. It's the only purpose of media. It's the only purpose of movies. That's the only purpose of the news. That's the only purpose of sitcoms, of history documentaries. If it's mainstream media, their number one goal is to indoctrinate through propaganda. Entertainment is secondary. So when you know that's their goal, you just expect it. And the number one goal, how the United States is big. See, the different areas of knowledge that you got, because I know y'all niggas is real smart. Ain't too many dummies that come around here. And that's one thing I love about my channel. I don't care about massive numbers. It'd be great to have 10 million subscribers. Yeah, whatever. But with 10 million subscribers come 8 million dumbasses. And I don't like dumbass people. I like people that can at least think for a little bit. So I appreciate y'all because you niggas know how to think. But we got to start combining the different areas of knowledge that we know. On one end, we know propaganda, media is propaganda. Well, on the other end, white supremacy exists, and you know that media is a tool of white supremacy to push a white supremacist agenda. So when you see these things happening, matter of fact, you should already know it's coming. Whatever issue this country has, it's going to find a way. It may take 6 months, it may take 6 years. But if it's a problem, they're going to find a way to make black Americans the face of it. We counter that with knowledge of self. We just keep each one teach one. I be hoping when I be talking to y'all and spreading y'all information, my hope is y'all be telling y'all kids this shit. My hope is y'all be telling y'all friends, y'all cousins, and y'all coworkers, and the people that you cool with. I ain't talking about preaching about to people who don't want to hear it, but the ones that you cool with. My hope is that you spread the information. That's the only reason why I talk this shit. because that's how you fight. You don't fight them. You grow yourself. You become better. And the path to getting out of this shit is for us to become stronger, and to have that knowledge of self. It goes a long way when it comes to that. You don't fight them. You get better. When you go to basketball practice, you're not fighting your team. You're using your team for your team to get better. So when you go face that game, you win. It's not a fight. It's all about self-growth. Self-growth. Yeah, like you can expect that. Yeah, positive influence. I don't watch mainstream media. I don't really watch too much news, but I do subscribe. I make sure I read the LA Times, New York Times. I read those two papers every day. Well, mostly, not every day, and I ain't talking about like, I just sort of scan, not so much the headline or the gossip, but what's really going on when they release this. Because when you get to the second page of a newspaper, all right, you're past a lot of the bullshit. You're getting into the real news. That's why I read the LA Times, New York Times, Chicago Tribune, them papers, just to get a temperature of what's going on. But after that, I live my life. I don't consume myself with that shit. Fuck these people. See how beautiful the sky is? Shit, we right there. You see the moon? We almost at a full moon. We'll be at a full moon in what, 2 days? Nigga, that's what I like to see. I like to come out here and see nature. This is what I consume myself with. My environment. Fuck all the news. You just read the news and see what's going on, then you go back to living your life. Fuck that bullshit, man. You ain't got time for all that. And then when you read the news and watch the news, just understand that that's a projection. Going back to Inception and the Matrix. In the Matrix, the reality is being constantly created. Same thing with Inception. You creating your reality. We all create our own reality. And our subconscious in Inception, when they had everybody coming in, when they was all them gunfights that they had in Inception, when they were shooting back, that was a subconscious fighting the new thought to keep you in the dream state that you're in. That's how our subconscious works. So the best way to keep that subconscious clean and clear, and I ain't speaking as no fucking expert, I'm speaking as a nigga that struggles like everybody else. I speak as a nigga that struggles with this shit. I'm struggling with this shit in certain areas. In certain areas I mastered it, other areas I struggle like a motherfucker with it. But you want to keep your thoughts clean, your thoughts pure, and you want to be, in reality. But if you stuck on the news, stuck on what this person think, what that person think, what white supremacy is doing, you're gonna go fucking crazy. The system is meant to drive your ass crazy. If you buy into that shit, your ass gonna be fucking crazy. So you shouldn't even apologize for not being all the way into this shit. Because being all the way into it requires you to go fucking crazy. Don't let this shit drive you crazy. Yeah, I got mullen in this. Hell yeah, I got mullen in this. Hell yeah. I roll mullen with all my weed. I ain't really had that major smoker's cough since I've been doing that. That's why I'm be hitting. It's some good ass weed too. But mullen, yep. What's up, Great Black Shark? Oh, full moon's on King Day? Okay, hell yeah. Since full moon is on King Day, I might do some shrooms on King Day. I ain't did no shrooms in a minute. I might shroom out on King Day. Let's see how I feel. I might really have a dream. My dream is gonna be full of clouds and sunshine and beauty and love. Damn, that truck's lighted so bright. It's a truck's high beams. That's why y'all see my face. God damn. What's up, Knowledge Born? What's up, Sebastian Shaw? Mullen is a natural weed that clears your lungs. If you ever have, like, I had the COVID 2 weeks ago. God damn it, turn the fucking high beams off, god damn it, shit. Mullen is, I had COVID, and I drank some mullen tea. Whatever little shit I had in my lungs was gone in 2 days. Mullen gets in your lungs and it clears your lungs out. It's good to make it in tea, and it's good to roll your weed with it. Mullien. I'm not a doctor. I'm just giving personal recommendations from what worked for me. You say you stop chiefing? Good for you, my brother. I ain't. But I'm different. Everybody got to look. Everybody got their own path. I go through periods where I don't smoke for a little bit. But for me, I didn't really read before I smoked. My dyslexia was so bad, the words would be all over the fucking place. Nowadays, like I smoke 2-3 blunts in a row, I could read for hours. Just slow my mind down. My mind races. My mind goes real fast. Weed kind of help me do one thing at a time. Okay, doing one thing at a time. You said ice cream cake and garlic cookies. Yeah. Hell yeah, mullet inside the joint. I said, don't take herbs because they interfere with treatment. Damn. But that's why, like, you got to come down to yourself. The key to all this shit is knowing yourself, because what's great for one person can be poison for you. What's great for one person can be poisonous to you. Some people eat cheese and get a fuck ton of mucus. Italians eat cheese and live a long fucking life. See how that works? Some people eat meat and they vomit and can't move and they think meat is just the worst thing ever. Shit, my 98-year-old grandfather ain't never gone a day without eating meat. And he's still mentally sharp. So you gotta go with you gotta go whatever your vibration says. That's why I don't judge people. Everybody got their own way. Yeah, holistic cats. The holistic cats be on it. A lot of these doctors just be looking for money. Yeah. You say coming up on 4 months, no meat, no dairy? That's what's up. Nigga, I did a month with no meat, no dairy last year. I ain't never do that shit again. When I went a month raw vegan, that was confirmation. Shit, raw vegan is not the route for me. Kiss my black ass. Now, I will say this. I've cut, I'll go so far, I cut 90% of the beef out of my life and 70% of the pork. I cut my beef and pork intake down by like 90 and 70% respectively. But as fuck, because like beef just, it takes my energy, and I like having a lot of energy. I'm a high energy person. I love my energy. And I noticed when I would eat too much beef, my energy just would get drained, and I would always be tired. And I hate being tired. Being tired sucks. Shit, my wife's nickname for me has always been the Energizer Bunny, nigga. I don't stop. But these last 5 years, man, when I eat beef be, man, that shit be slowing me down. I really be walking like a fat dude. Like I really be acting like niggas my size. And I hate acting like niggas my size, because fat niggas are annoying. They move too fucking slow. And they breathe too fucking loud. All that shit. I don't want to be like them. I like moving, and I can't sit in one place. But the beef had my ass taking 4 p.m. naps. Like, oh, hell no. I can't be taking no damn naps every day. This beef gotta go. Shit, but chicken and seafood don't do that, so run me that. Run me that chicken, run me that seafood. Run me that chicken, run me that seafood. Yeah. Yeah, I got grills and smokers. But hell, we say all that shit, but my grandfather still eat pork. He's 98 years old. So who's to say? Rest in peace. Layla Africa died at 74. Rest in peace. No disrespect. But my grandfather's still cooking. He eat meat every fucking day. 98. Well, he'll be 98 in March. Look, man. The fact is, we don't know. Nobody knows. You gotta do what's best for you. Know yourself. That's the only thing you're supposed to be knowing is yourself. There's no scientific one way, because this whole go vegetarian shit has been popular since the 80s. That's been popular. Dick Gregory sold a lot of fucking units with his Bahamian diet back in the 80s. So-called healthy, conscious eating, conscious living, that shit got popular in the 80s. Okay, where the fuck are the 95-year-old vegans and vegetarians? Where are they? And I ain't talking about one or two. It should be a whole class of them. It should be a whole bunch of people in their 80s right now still fucking and making babies and living their best goddamn life because they decided to go vegetarian in 1987 when they were 40. Where are these niggas at? At the end of the day, whatever people are, and this is no criticism of people in this room. This is just more of my observation of human psychology. This isn't a black thing. This isn't a personal thing with any one person. But human beings across cultures judge and rank others off the things and changes that they were able to make that others couldn't. So here's an example. The person that never drank liquor or smoked a cigarette or smoked anything, what do they go around and say? I don't drink, I don't smoke. I'm clear-minded. I don't do that as a means to make them more pure than people who drink and smoke. And when I see people like that, I'd be like, you know what? Hitler didn't drink or smoke. That didn't stop him from killing 6 million people. So the people who found ways to become a vegan and they stopped eating meat 20 years ago. All they do is talk about how, man, back when I ate meat, I had all this pus in me and I wasn't doing good. But then when I started eating better, you change your food, you change your mind. And that's what they preach over. The person that read more books than the next person, they think that, hey, me being smarter than every other nigga is what separates me from the rest of you niggas. And I'm going to use my brain power to make sure and tell you niggas that y'all don't know shit. Everybody got their thing that they can one up over somebody else. And whatever that thing is what they use to preach to other people. That's just human psychology. That's true in Indian culture. I mean, India, as far as East India. Hell, it's true in Native American Indian culture. It's true in Mexican culture. It's true in black culture, white culture, Irish culture, Australian culture. Where the fuck culture you from, that's how people assess and talk and judge themselves versus other people. And it just seems to be one of those things that we as humans come here to deal with. We all got our shit. We all got our hurdles to jump over. And that seems to be a common hurdle for the human race, is to see life past themselves. Most people can't see life past themselves and their own personal hurdles. So I don't get involved. I said all that to say I don't get involved. Because I'm an evidence person. I remember going back to the 80s. You had all them fucking Richard Simmons videos. Y'all remember that old ass white man with the thick eyebrows? He used to put tie trucks to his mouth, and he would pull the trucks with his mouth. Jim Carrey on The Living Color had a character that used to imitate him. What was that dude's name? He used to it's like an old ass man with the Jack LaLanne. Jack LaLanne. You had the old Jack LaLanne videos. Old ass wrinkled up white man with these thick ass white eyebrows looking like pillows, doing a whole bunch of dumb shit. All that shit was popular back in the 80s. Eat healthy, work out like me. Okay, my grandfather was eating fried chicken then, he's eating fried chicken now. Where are they? Where are they? People still dying at 75 now and 82 and 85 the way they was dying at those ages back in the 80s. Whether they ate meat or didn't eat meat. You better find your own way. Now, if in your own way, if you've gotten rid of meat or whatever and it worked for you, that's fine. I ain't here to judge nobody. Everybody, that may be your path. That is definitely your path. That's how I look at it. I don't look like some people be like, I'm right and you wrong. I look at it as, I don't know if I'm right. I don't know if you're right. That's how I see life. You may be right. I may be right. I don't know. That's how I see it. I don't really take myself that fucking serious. You know what I mean? You may be right. I may be right. Neither of us may be right. But I'm going to follow my consciousness, and I hope you follow your consciousness. That's the way I see it. That's why, I don't know if y'all notice, when people, ask me questions about what do I think we should do, notice how I answer those questions. I don't really say what everyone should do. I would say what's optimal, but at the end of the day, you only need a critical mass, but you got to follow your consciousness. That's what I always say. You got to follow your consciousness. The worst thing you can do is go against your consciousness. If your consciousness says go left, but you go right because you want to look good in front of people, you're going to get fucked up. And I don't want that blood on my hands. Fuck that shit. I don't want nobody come to me and be like, Dwan, you said. No, nigga, follow your consciousness. That's why I always talk about getting to know yourself. The better you get to know yourself, the better you'll be at following your consciousness. If you don't know yourself, following your consciousness can be confusing. But if you know yourself, following your consciousness becomes very easy because you know who you know when you're speaking versus when your ego is speaking. Get to know yourself, follow your consciousness. Get to know yourself, follow your consciousness. Here's the thing about the whole GMO thing. Like all the we all know they shooting these chickens up and these beefs and cows. We all know they shooting them cows and all the meat up with all kind of nonsense. Goddamn chickens today as big as turkeys. Shit, when I was a kid, chickens was like chicken legs like this big. Nowadays a chicken thigh is like a turkey leg. So we know they shooting, but look, they also shooting up the plants too. They shooting up the soil. We ain't getting real plants either. And yes, you can grow a garden. If you do grow a garden, good for you. Good for you. But we all know the way society is set up, most people aren't. Gardens are optimal for rural societies. We live in a city society. The society doesn't have the infrastructure for most people to grow their own shit. So all that going down and buying vegan at the store, we go eat out. Those plants that they picked were planted in bullshit, just like the meat is injected with bullshit, just like the water is injected with bullshit. It's bullshit all around. These people are trying to kill us slowly through the food, whether you eat meat or not. You can't control that shit. You can just vibrate high and live the best life you can live. And when you're done with this shit, you're done with this shit. You on to your next life. In the meantime, just make sure you mine out all your dreams and goals. All the goals and dreams you have in your life, put your attention on bringing that shit to earth and making it a reality here. And then when you done, pass on what you pass on and on to your next fucking life. You said you had a bag of oranges on the last 3 days, huh? Yeah. He said, are they even real chickens though? Good question, Knowledge Born. I don't shit. If it's at a Chinese restaurant, probably not. And they want to say stop Asian hate. No disrespect to Asians, but shit. Stop hating, nigga. Stop hating my people and putting these fucking carved rat in as orange chicken. Stop doing that in my neighborhoods. Then we can get to the rest of that shit. Y'all over here getting chopped up possum and turning it into orange chicken and putting that shit on top of the chow mein and rice. Let's stop that shit first. That's right, que sera, sera. Whatever will be. I'll talk about the boule bangers. Man, we know about them fucking boule niggas. They are. You see them all on the internet. All these different frats and sororities doing their goddamn shouts out salutes because it's they Founders Day. Man, I say look up Steve Coakley videos. Ain't nobody breaking down the boule better than Steve Coakley. Shit, look up Steve Coakley on YouTube. Steve Coakley Jr., his son, has his videos up on YouTube. Google Steve Coakley and the boule. I say don't listen. See, I'm not gonna. I got my field of expertise. Breaking down a boule ain't one of them. I understand the boule really well and how it works, but that was because I listened to Steve Coakley. And like then Dr. Randy Short, he'll tell you about the boule. Go look at my interviews. I have old interviews with Dr. Short. I have old interviews with Dr. Short. Look those up. But I'm about to get up out of here, y'all. I'll holler at y'all.